Let's declutter some things that you won't miss at all. I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm doing in this special bed hat, but it's made of satin, and it promises that I'm going to sleep on a very soft pillow, and that when I wake up in the morning, my hair will be in a lovely spot. Well, for as many times as I have slept at night, I've never actually worn the cap to go to sleep in. I don't know why. It's just not so comfortable on my head. It has elastic around it, and I just don't sleep in it. And yet I still have it. And these gloves that I'm wearing, aren't these magnificent gloves? I'm wearing them for you today because I've never actually worn them before. And as I was going through my stuff, I was like, whoa, a big pair of gloves that go all the way up my elbow. Like, when was I ever gonna wear these? Where was I ever going to go that I was going to wear these? The answer is I don't wear the hat and I don't wear the gloves, and yet I have them. We call this the curse of too much space. Now, I was first introduced to the concept of too much space when I cleaned house for a woman who bought another house to store all her stuff. And truth be known, she bought out a Blockbuster store when the store closed down. Then she hired a team of people to come in and outfit her house so it looked just like a Blockbuster store so that she and her family could go up and down the aisles inside their basement and pick movies and videos that they could watch. Why? I have no idea. She had too much space, but the reality is everything had a place and everything was in a place. So erroneously, she thought, oh, since I have all this space, it's okay if I have all this stuff. Unfortunately, I've become that woman in some aspects. Look at me now, right? I have the space for the stuff, and I have the stuff, but I don't need it. I've never actually used either one of these. And as I was going through my stuff, I found some other stuff I don't need and I won't miss. For example, I have some unopened hosiery. Hosiery! Who wears hosiery? Okay, well, when I was growing up, we went to church on Sundays. And truth be known, we wore dresses that came down to our knees, and then we wore hosiery, pantyhose. We wore pantyhose to church. And as though my life had continued, I have lots and lots of hosiery in bags that I've never used before. And I'm saving it for what? I don't know. Maybe a funeral that I attend. But the reality is this, the last 4 funerals I've gone to, I haven't worn any hosiery at all. Don't tell anyone, right? But I wore like dark slacks and I did not wear pantyhose. So now I got all these pantyhose, and for what? I'm never gonna wear them, probably. I don't really have anything in my life that allows me to wear them. So it's probably time I get rid of them. Now, if you have hosiery in your house, my suggestion is lots of churches have become casual over the years and we don't need hosiery anymore. So that's kind of like gone by the wayside. Let's get rid of that stuff. These gloves, unless you're going to wear these for a Halloween contest or you're going to take up miming, you probably don't need them, right? If you got hair like mine, you don't need a bed hat. Another thing that I have as I was going through my stuff is I have a whole bunch of bandanas. And I love the bandanas and I actually use the bandanas because I like to take them and I like to grab them in the corner and then roll them up like this. And then I put them on my head when I go running like this, like a headband. And I love to do that. And so having 5 or 6 of these is great because they can go through the wash in the morning. But I have lots more than 5 or 6. So I could get rid of all of these except a week's worth that will go through the wash on a regular basis, right? So I'm going to get rid of the bandanas and the hosiery. See, we're already 2 items down. And as you're going through your house, if there are weird odds and ends that you have room for, but you're not using, now's the time to get rid of them. All right, another thing. I have these neckbands, and these are awesome for the wintertime, right? They just slide right over your head, and they keep your neck warm. And then in the wintertime, if it's not your neck, you can pull them up over your ears, and you can wear them to keep your ears warm. I know, super awesome, right? But the reality is this, I don't need a dozen of these. I've got lots and lots of them in different colors. And so I don't need them. I probably need 1 if I'm going outside in the cold. I don't need lots of them. So if you have extra headbands or little hats, I have I have beanie hats. Like, this is just a fun little beanie hat, like what I'm gonna wear in the wintertime, right? It doesn't even actually cover my head, so why do I still have it? I can get rid of it, right? I have lots and lots of stuff here that I don't need. And I got swimming caps, right? A swimming cap that's made of cloth. Actually, it's like a stretchy fabric. Let me see if I can put this on my head. Well, the point is, it's not gonna stay. The point is, I don't need it. When I go swimming, I actually have other swimming hats I can wear. I don't need one in every color. So if you have swimming hats, if you have beanie hats, if you have hairnet hats, if you have long gloves, if you have hosiery, if you have bandanas that you're not wearing, these are the items that we're getting rid of right now. And my suggestion is that you be bold and you be audacious and you spend the next 30 days and you find a few of these items that you can let go of. Because if you're like me and you're just storing big bins of them, just because you have the space, it's probably not necessary. And at some point, your family members or someone that you leave behind is going to have to go through your stuff and they're going to say, what on earth? And why does mom have this? Why can't we get rid of it? And then they're going to feel emotionally attached, and then they're going to remember the times we went to church together, and they're going to hang on to the hosiery, and they're going to say, look, it's still in the packages, it's still new, it's still good. And they'll hang on to it for weird, unknown reasons. So I'm giving you permission to get rid of this stuff right now that you no longer need, want, or use, even if you still have space. All right, I hope that helps. If it does, give us a thumbs up, a gloved thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, leave those in the notes below. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.